Hi, everyone. My name is Jesus Gonzalez, and I am a local real estate broker right here in Nashville, Tennessee, owner and operator of Liberty House Realty, a discount real estate brokerage. I wanted to spend some time with you today and kind of give you some information on what a discount real estate broker is. It's just been my experience here in the Nashville market since 2005 that a lot of people don't know that they have options when selling their home. And what I mean by that very specifically is that you end up with two types of real estate agents or real estate brokers in this area. You end up with the first type, which is the prevailing market practice or the dominant market practice, which we would call the traditional real estate agent, or the agent who charges 6% to list, market, and sell your home. And then you have all the other types. Still licensed agents. They are sometimes members of the National Association of Realtors, sometimes they aren't. In our case, we are. So we are licensed real estate agents and brokers in good standing with the Tennessee Real Estate Exchange Commission. And we are also members of the National Association of Realtors, and by extension, our state association and local association as well. But the difference, the highlighted difference between us, is that when you hire us to list, market, and sell your home, you only pay one fee, and you pay that one fee up front, and it is a discount compared to the prevailing market practice of 6%. And that's why they call us discount real estate brokers. And sometimes that's a little bit of a misnomer, because you think that when you hear the word discount real estate broker, maybe you're getting discount services. You're not getting a full suite or bundle of marketing. But in our case here at Liberty House Realty, that's not true. In fact, we charge a $999 fee upfront, non-refundable, and you get a full suite, a full marketing bundle with full service. Now, that can sometimes be hard to explain because most people don't know that the word full service in real estate isn't defined. There's no law or rule or regulation that says to call yourself a full service realtor, you have to offer these services. And in fact, that's why sometimes you can have 2 or 3, 4 agents with the same brokerage, and every agent will offer different services or charge even different fees. And that's because, again, the prevailing market practice in our area is that most agents are independent contractors with their brokerage firms. And as independent contractors, they run their own little business however they want to. So it's very critical and important for you to understand that when we talk about the discount broker or the discount brokerage, it comes in a variety, a spectrum of options that most people just don't simply know are available to them. And the reason they don't know that that's available to them is because the dominant market force in our area does a really good job at keeping a lid on what discount brokers do. And that's for obvious reasons, right? You know, a traditional prevailing market practice 6% agent doesn't want you as the homeowner to know that you can get the exact same services that they're offering, but for $999. Because, I mean, let's be honest, if you're selling a $500,000 home in Nashville, the commission with that traditional agent is going to be likely 6%. That's the dominant market practice in this area. And that means that's a $30,000 commission that you're paying that agent. And of course, that agent will go into details about how they have to split that with other agents or their firms, et cetera, and that they don't make the full $30,000. But regardless if they don't make the full $30,000 or not, when you hear someone like me as a discount broker tell you that I can give you those exact same services that that agent is offering you, but for a small upfront fee of $999, there is a massive disconnect that happens. In fact, it almost becomes one of those moments where if it's too good to be true, then it's not true. But that's not true. The reality is that there are discount brokers in this marketplace who offer a spectrum of services. You can find a la carte discount brokers where they will charge you a fee for every service that you end up engaging with them. You can find services like myself that offer a full service bundle for a low discount price. You can even find agents in this area, what we call MLS only. So they literally will charge you a very nominal fee. I've seen fees as low as $30 or $40 a month just to put your listing in the MLS, and they do nothing else for you. And then, of course, even within our spectrum, there are price changes and variations along with service changes and service variations. So what does that mean to you as a homeowner? Well, it means you have choices, you have options. You can engage a discount broker and ask very specific questions. You know, what are your fees? How am I going to be charged? And what services come with those fees? And for example, like with us, we itemize all of our services online. So you as the homeowner can see exactly what you're going to get for that $999 price. So there's no hidden fees and there's no question of the level of service you're going to receive. You're going to get these things and they're going to be included as a part of your offering package. So the next part of this that we normally get from homeowners is, you know, okay, so this all sounds good, it all sounds great, but how much am I really going to save? And what I tell homeowners is it really kind of depends on how you want to structure your listing. And let me give you some examples. So some homeowners reach out to us and they say, we love what you're doing, we love this idea, but I don't want to necessarily pay a buyer's agent commission. And, you know, we'll say to them, that's fine, but you need to understand that if you don't structure your listing to where you're offering cooperative compensation, you could end up with agents who just simply won't show your home for any reason whatsoever. Now, of course, that's not the way we want agents to do business. And sadly, that is a uncomfortable truth that happens in this industry. There are regulations in place to prevent that from happening, but it still does. But again, we have some clients who will say, you know what, we're going to price our home so competitively that no homeowner in their right mind is going to let anything stand in their way to seeing our house. And that kind of competition for your home, that kind of attitude to proactively engage the market and to drive the market does make a difference. It can set you up for an incredible amount of success. But then we do have some agents, or I'm sorry, some clients who approach us and say, you know what, I'm not comfortable with that risk. I don't want to have any agents blackballing my home. I want every agent to feel comfortable coming and seeing my home with their client. I want to offer a cooperative compensation. Now, with us, you will have choices. Again, we're about empowering you, educating you, and giving you as much data and advice as we can. So we'll say to you as a homeowner something like, okay, well, you have a choice to make now. Do you want to offer a dominant market practice of a percentage price of the home, or do you want to offer a flat fee? How do you want to structure your listing? And that's one of the biggest key differences when it comes to discount brokers as well. we don't typically require our clients to fit a template. We don't normally require them to fit a mold. We typically take the client as they come to us and we ask them, what do they want to do? What are their goals? Well, of course, everyone's goal in listing a piece of property is to sell quickly and for the most amount of money, but that's not always the best approach, depending upon what your long-term goals are and how you want to sell your home. So it's important to understand two things so far that we've discussed. One, you do have options when it comes to listing your home in this marketplace. You can go with a traditional prevailing market practice of a 6% agent, or you can go with a discount real estate broker. And then the second big point we want to make sure you understand is that if you do choose to go down the discount real estate broker side, at least explore what those options are, you're going to find a variety of options. And you sort of need to educate yourself and understand how those options come into play and what does that mean for your selling purposes and what you're hoping to gain out of this. Now, let's talk about some myths. One of the myths we've actually already sort of covered, and that is if you go with a discount real estate broker, you're getting discount services. That's not true, not in all cases. But I will say the question a little differently, and that is if you go with a discount real estate broker, you as the homeowner need to educate yourself on what services you're getting, what standard level of care you're receiving. So this is where it becomes very important for you to go online and check online reviews, whether it's through social media like Facebook or Google, whether it's going on to your local Better Business Bureau and seeing if there have been any complaints. You can even go on to the TREC website and look to see if that agent or broker has had any complaints. And of course, you want to check up on their star ratings and see what the majority of people are saying about that particular agent, brokerage, or business model as a discount broker. The other thing that you need to make sure of is, and this is a big key point, you need to really make sure you understand what the services are. If you hear someone say, oh, well, we list your home, don't take that at face value. That can mean different things to different people. When we say list your home, does that mean you're getting into the MLS? Does that mean you're getting local, regional, and national syndication? Does that mean you're getting a social media platform? What about a single property website? What does that mean? Does that mean you will have to control all of your showings, or do you have a showing desk that we can use? Does that mean you're going to put a sign in the yard and a MLS approval box on my door? Does that mean that you're going to be using Tennessee Association of Realtor forms? Do you have the ability to digitally sign? Are you a remote real estate broker? These are all wonderful questions that you as a homeowner really need to be asking if you're going to go down that discount real estate brokerage and explore the options there, because those are real options that depend upon whatever you're paying, or if it's a full service sort of situation that you're going to sort of need to negotiate. And so the key lesson there is don't settle for any vague promises, especially if they're coming from either the 6% realtor or the discount real estate brokerage. You need to have concrete information as to what you're getting. So, for example, if you were to hire Liberty House Realty as your listing agent, you can go onto our website, flatfeenashville.com, and there actually is a place on our website where we itemize the services that we can give you for that $999 price. And the reason we really kind of do that is so that you can shop and compare. We want you to go to other real estate firms, other real estate brokerages, other discount brokerages, other traditional real estate brokerages, and say, okay, you're going to charge me X, but I need to know what all comes with that. And then you can compare with what we're doing and determine what is best for you as a homeowner. Let me rephrase that. What is best for you and your equity? And that's probably the biggest thing I kind of want to leave you with, and that is equity. I started my career back in 2005, right before the Great Recession, and I was fortunate enough at that time to acquire bank clients. So I was the person who came and knocked on the door when you hadn't paid your mortgage in 6-7 months and discussed relocation options and affordable housing options with you through the eviction process. I property managed those properties for the bank, got them listed, marketed, and sold. And then, of course, as the real estate world started changing, the business model started changing. I was still a 6% realtor at that time, but then we started doing short sales, the foreclosure prevention kind of stuff. And then, of course, the market changed again, and we started doing retail business and retail clients. But there was always something sort of missing from my business. And that was, it never felt like my business aligned with my moral compass. It never felt like when I was charging someone 6%, like I had done enough to accomplish that commission. And it was back in 2020 when essentially the pandemic changed my entire opinion, and I brought my business model in alignment with my moral compass, and that's where the flat fee model came to be. And for the last 5 years, I've been doing flat fee successfully. In fact, just last year, we saved our clients over $500,000 in real estate commissions. That's a big chunk of change, and that's one of the smaller years. We've had years where we've in fact, it was 2023, I think, where we saved people over $1 million in real estate commissions. So my point to you is that it's not always, I don't know what the right way to say this is, but when you're hiring a real estate agent or a firm, it's not always going to be how much money they save you, what service they're offering. You need to spend a little bit more time there and discover who you're going to be working with and the kind of care and duty they can provide to you. And that comes from an alignment of their moral compass with their business strategies. And that's so important for me to express to you as the owner of Liberty House Realty, because the name of our company is generated from that idea. The home should liberate you financially. It should be the ability to create generational wealth for you and your family that you can pass on and pass through your family. And if your home isn't doing that, if the most expensive thing you have to pay to sell your home is your realtor, then you may want to consider a company like Liberty House Realty, because that's not the way that should be. We should not be as realtors, and this is a personal philosophy, we should not be as realtors looking at your home equity as our next luxury car or the down payment on our boat or something. That just doesn't set comfortable with me, and it hasn't for many years. And that's why I do this flat fee business model. So if anything I've discussed with you today sounds even remotely familiar, you can go online or remotely interesting, I should say, and you can visit flatfeenashville.com. There's a wealth of information on there, from case studies to frequently asked questions, examples of homes we've sold with how much they've saved, and a detailed description of what services we offer, and of course our fee of $999. If you do find the time and you want to talk to me me personally, our office number is 615-424-0961. At the prompt, just press 1. That'll ring my desk here. If not, of course, if Benata, our buyer's agent, answers the phone, feel free to ask for me, and she'll transfer you over. That number, by the way, is a textable number as well during business hours, so feel free to send a text to that. Again, it's 615-424-0961. I do appreciate your time. Thanks for spending these couple of minutes with me and learning a little bit about discount real estate brokerages and the 6% model. I am going to put out some more videos for you guys to give you more education and insight on the history of that 6%, why it's the prevailing market practice, and even some of the latest developments like the NAR and Department of Justice settlement that is really kind of changing this whole commission discussion in this marketplace. Again, thank you for your time. I do appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day.